According to the Individuals with Disabilities Act, autism is defined as a developmental disability significantly affecting verbal and nonverbal communication and social interaction, generally evident before age 3, that adversely affects a child's educational performance. Other characteristics often associated with autism are engagement in repetitive activities and stereotyped movements, resistance to environmental change or change in daily routines, and unusual responses to sensory experiences. The term autism spectrum disorders is used because it clarifies that these disorders occur in many forms and cannot be described in any one way. Autism Speaks, an organization devoted to autism awareness, posted the following 2013 statistics on their website. Autism affects 1 in 50 school-age children. Autism is the fastest growing developmental disability in the United States. Autism costs a family $60,000 per year. Autism research receives less than 5% of the funding of many less prevalent childhood diseases, and boys are nearly 5 times more likely than girls to have autism.
Would you like a banana? I asked my son, and he looked at me with a very vague, lost look. He drifted off into space, and he came back to me, a blue dinosaur. He would answer me, and I would fight the tears that welled up inside. He didn't understand banana anymore. What had happened to my son? Where did he go? This little child in front of me was looking just like my son, but he wasn't my son anymore, and I didn't know what to do. I began to go to doctors. I began to ask questions that no one had answers for. Why had my son turned an about face and why had he become someone I no longer knew? 18 doctors gave me vague answers. 18 doctors gave me answers I couldn't understand and couldn't accept. I began to search on my own and for myself. I searched back and tried to target that date when my son began to metamorphose into a different child.
When Rhonda's son, Tanner Spellman, was nearly 2 years old, his behavior dramatically changed. He went from a happy-go-lucky child to a sullen child. He stopped talking, barely slept, and quit eating the foods he once loved. Rhonda was able to pinpoint a change in her son's behavior to the vaccines he was given as an infant. After a DNA analysis was conducted, the results concluded that Tanner's 15th chromosome had a mutation caused by the high mercury levels in his blood. This mutation, caused by toxic chemicals in immunizations and Tanner's inability to eliminate them properly, is believed to be what triggered his autism. Rhonda Spellman is a writer, teacher, speaker, and autism advocate. Since 2003, she has worked with over 7,000 children with disabilities to write and illustrate stories. She's conducted over 10,000 logged hours of research in the field of autism spectrum disorders and travels across the country to speak at schools, churches, and keynote programs for doctors. Rhonda's mission is to reach, teach, and inspire those with special abilities and the adults that love them.
He began to come out of his shell with a writing program that I created and taught him. Today, he's going on 10. He's writing his 5th book. He's very verbal. He's very social, and nobody even knows that he has autism. What did we do? How did we do it? It's all covered in the handbook that I created. I searched all these years for a handbook, something that could guide me and help me along with my journey, and I never found one. All of the things we did are created for you, created for me. I use my handbook every day.
Karen Simmons, founder and CEO of Autism Today, praises Rhonda's work. She says, teacher, mother, and author Rhonda Spellman is positively brilliant in her approach to autism awareness. Understanding that children are visual learners, she embraced one of the biggest challenges children with autism face, the ability to communicate verbally. By slipping into her son Tanner's world, she helps him to create a real story with a real message, helping other children to understand and see beyond her son's behaviors. The journey home from autism is truly insightful.
What does autism look like to you? Do you see in colors? Do you think in pictures? Are you able to see from the inside out? If you're like me, you want to be able to understand and you want to be able to see from the inside out. The only way that you and I can do that is by being that advocate for a person who can see from the inside out. This is Rhonda Spellman, Autism 101, Beyond the Spectrum. Please stop by and see me at autismwithrhonda.com. I welcome your thoughts and questions.
See your true colors, that's why